Hi there, welcome to Station 15. This is the main fire station in the city of Oshkosh. And what we want to do today is show you around here a little bit. With the COVID pandemic going on, we know you are not going to be able to come to us, so we want to come to you. So come on inside and let's take a look around. All right, here we go. This is just the vestibule where everybody comes on in. Usually we have our secretary, Carol, sitting there. She pretty much runs the place. It's Friday afternoon, so she took the afternoon off. Good for her. All right, as we come down here, this is the duty chief's office in here. He's the guy that is running the city right now. Yeah, I know. We're all a little worried. I mean, he's fantastic. You're lucky that we got him. There you go. All right, so we'll head on down here. Just a lot of administrative offices down here. This is where the fire chief is. He is the assistant chief, John Zemer. Say hi, John.
Hi.
No, you did that wrong. Say hi, John.
Hi, John.
There you go. All right. Just more offices. Here's the office of the busiest guy in the fire station. He hangs out here. I'm not quite sure who that is. So we're gonna head this way. And we're doing a little maintenance here in the firehouse as well. Always stuff to do. So there's my boss. There's Brian. There's Chief Bending. He's actually 12 years old, but being my boss, he looks like that. So, all right. Here's the kitchen. In the kitchen, our firefighters make their meals here. They eat in here. Their day is a 24-hour day. They start at 7 in the morning, and they work until 7 the next morning. And then they get 48 hours off. So they eat here. They sleep here. They clean the place. Very first thing they do when they come in the morning is they clean everything. And every time a little boy or girl will tell me, I want to be a firefighter, it's like, are you good at doing dishes? Can you use a toilet brush? Because you're going to be doing a lot of that. Okay. So they make a big meal at lunch, and then they have leftovers for dinner time. They eat at 11 o'clock, which is a traditional thing. It seems kind of like what first graders do. But the reason they do that is because in the olden days, when people had wood stoves, they wanted to make sure they got their lunch in before they had to go out and fight the fires. So at 11 o'clock, most days, they will be in here having their lunch. So we'll keep on moving. All right, we're going to head upstairs. This is where the bedrooms are. You're really lucky that we're doing this because if you were here, you're not getting up here. Employees only, this is their little private area. So we like to give them a little space up here, but I don't think they're up here, so let's go. So come on up. All right, this is the bedroom. Pretty exciting, huh? Everybody has their own bed. There are never this many firefighters here. This is the fire station that has the most firefighters, and there will be between 12 and 15 firefighters here every day. Everybody gets their own bed, so you will see there's a lot of beds, but that's just because there's a lot of people that shuffle on through here. Some of our stations have as few as 3 people at a station. So you come on through, you can see there's not a whole lot of privacy. It's just a great big room. These are actually relatively new. It used to just be a giant room with beds everywhere, and you got to know the people you worked with way too well. You see, some have their little family stuff around, some have nothing. And it's just, they get to sleep here. They usually don't sleep. That's one thing people think, well, so I'm paying my firefighters to sleep. You're really not. Most of the time they're up. We do the ambulance as well. So they're up mostly all night. And worse than being up all night is, especially for the ambulance guys, they will get a call, go out and take care of it, and then they'll come back and just start to fall asleep. And they'll get another call, and then that'll happen all night long. So they end up getting very little, if any, sleep. But there are some times when that's what they do. Sometimes they actually get paid to sleep. And instead of being a bad thing, that's a good thing. That means everybody else is doing all right. Nothing too exciting up here. A little office for them, restrooms. And this is their living room. For a firefighter that works for us, their day starts at 7, like I said. Okay, their day goes from 7 until 4:30. That is considered their duty day. All right, they get that 11 o'clock lunch, and actually they get a nice long lunch where they can actually take a nap if they want from 11 to 1. And that way, if they can get some sleep in case they do have to be up all night long. The only time they can be up here is when their duty day is not going on. So at lunchtime between 11 and 1, and any time after 4:30. Otherwise, they have to be down doing firefighter things, training, eating, cooking, cleaning, and obviously all the runs are mixed in there as well. And we'll head on down to the basement quick, and then we'll check out the trucks. And in here, this is our classroom. We actually just had this set up for presentations here for schools, so you're going to see our firefighters on their best behavior here for their classroom. Never had them this quiet in my life. We can do training here. This is like the main training hub, and if it's not a hands-on training thing, we can send it all out from here, so the trucks don't have to come down here, and that's how it used to work. Any kind of training, they would all come down here. Now with our little video setup here, we can do the training down here. They can tune in at their fire station. Obviously, if it is hands-on training, they can't do that up there. An example would be like CPR recertification. They would actually have to come down here and do the actual training, the hands-on CPR. So we'll keep on moving. More offices down here. That's Battalion Chief Tim Hyman. He's in charge of training and all sorts of other stuff. I don't know what he did wrong, but he's down here. So, all right, you can probably figure this out. This is our workout room. They can be down here anytime, again, that it is not their duty day. So during lunch or anytime after 4:30. Firefighters have to be in good shape, obviously, to pick people up and climb ladders and use fire axes and just do their job every day. So they come down here and they work out. They do not have to, however, most of them do. They are down here, and peer pressure gets a lot of them down here, if nothing else. So you can see the equipment, most of it has been either bought by the firefighters, pooling their money together. We also get some from the YMCA. They've been very good to us. When they are done using it, they give it to us at a really, really low cost. Actually, we'll come here and tune it up and things like that for us. And the city has actually started buying us some things as well. So I know the treadmill and the elliptical the city paid for. All the flags along the wall, those are the flags of our different recruit classes. And obviously it has the years on there. When the recruits are doing their training, they do spend a lot of time down here. They run outside and whatever, and that flag, they have to protect that flag. So they take it with them wherever they go, and for the rest of us, our job is to try to steal it from them. And we usually succeed, but it always ends up, they do end up getting back. We had one a few years ago that was flying from the top of court towers, so I don't know how that one got up there, but that was a good job. All right, we're going to head up to the truck floor. Hopefully we'll have some trucks here. They're not all out on runs. All right, here for the Oshkosh Fire Department, we do a lot more than just put out fires. In fact, that's probably what we do the least of. Okay, we have less than 100 fires every single year, but we go on almost 9,000 calls a year. Most of them are ambulance calls, and our ambulance is out right now. There might be one over there that we can take a peek into, but we do water rescue. You can see we have the boat here. This actually belongs to the Sheriff's Department, but they let us run it and store it here because we're right on top of the water. We have the Fox River right out here, so for us, it's easy just to pull right on out there, launch the boat, and go if anyone's in trouble on the water. We have a dive team that goes along with that. It's our dive rescue team. If people are in trouble under the water, we can go get them as well. The fire department has a lot of different teams that most people probably don't know of. We have, like I said, the water and the ice rescue. Most people know that. The ice boat is not in here right now. Storage-wise, you can see things are pretty tight. So in the wintertime, we switch out the ice boat for the regular boat. Okay, we also have a hazmat team. We are part of the Northeastern Wisconsin hazmat team, which we take a huge chunk of the state is ours to cover with the Appleton Fire Department, working with them. We have a collapse team. We have a confined space rescue team. You name it, we do it. We do things that when no one else knows who to call, they call us. And that actually, we're pretty proud of that we can take care of most things. And most of the time we know what we're doing. So we'll keep going here. That's the fire chief's vehicle. He goes, and they are all he in Oshkosh right now. He goes to all the major fires, major accidents. And we saw Justin in there, and I didn't say his name, the duty chief. If he had to go somewhere, this is where he would go. Okay, this is his vehicle. There's usually an ambulance parked right here, but they're out on a run. What we have here is our heavy rescue, and actually this is going to be gone soon. It's a great truck. We're going to replace it with a couple ladder trucks very soon. And what we call this our rolling toolbox. It has any kind of tool you can imagine. It is not a true fire truck. It looks like a fire truck, but it's not. I'll show you some things that it has on it that are pretty cool and pretty unique. So come on along. Probably the coolest thing on here is the Jaws of Life. All right. There's two different kinds. This is a spreader. It'll pull things apart. And inside of here, there's actually the cutter part of it. It can rip a car apart in about maybe 15 minutes. If you are trapped in there, we can get you out. It works very, very well. And we have to use it more than you'd think, actually. Anytime there's an accident where, let's say, the driver's door gets hit, a lot of times that door doesn't work. We have to get them out some other way, and we will cut them out. And I think, hopefully I'm in the right spot. Yep. Then, here's another thing that is really, really cool. In here, there's these giant airbags. And what they do is they can lift a lot of weight. Get one out here. All right. What this does, it looks like nothing, but it can actually lift 10 tons. That's a lot. Okay. If vehicles, let's say we have a vehicle rollover, We can use this to prop that vehicle up to make sure that we're safe going in. It can actually flip over a vehicle as well. We would stack them up. And I mean, even here's this little one, and that one will do a ton. So they are pretty amazing, and it works very quickly. You just hook it all up here, and away you go. I gotta put this stuff away. And the whole truck is full of tools. Like I said, it's going to be gone soon. And what will happen is the stuff that is on here will just be spread out to other vehicles. All right, we do have an ambulance back here. That's good. This is a spare ambulance. In fact, if you look at our ambulances or trucks, you'll see the number on it that says 215. It's Med 215. What that means, the 2 means it's a spare. The 15 means it comes from station 15. All right, so we'll come around here. We'll come right on in. And, well, I just locked there. I'm going to go down here. And open this up. All right, when you come into an ambulance, you're coming in to the back way, obviously. We have the cot here. We go on about 8,000 ambulance calls a year. We can take care of anything from a heart attack, Band-Aids on boo-boos, which we do sometimes, car accidents, a lot of falls, about 1,000 of them. So if you know anybody, especially older adults, they have a hard time staying up sometimes, make sure their house is safe, and make sure maybe they shouldn't be at home, so we can cut down on those numbers, because the older you get, the more damage a simple fall can do. This ambulance will go anywhere in the city. Usually it'll go close to this station, but if the one that is in here is busy, you might get an ambulance from a different fire station as well. So let's say you live right across the street from the fire station, and a call comes in, and you need an ambulance, and it takes about 5 minutes, and you're thinking, how could it take that long? They're right across the street. It's because you didn't get the ambulance from across the street. They were already out. You got them from a different station. Close everything up, put it back the way it should be. Come back around here. You'll see on every vehicle, we have these great big yellow tubes. That is actually called a Plima vent. And what that does, you'll see it's hooked right up to the tailpipe here. When you start up a diesel vehicle, and these are all diesel, what they do is you'll see the big puff of black smoke. That has a lot of cancer-causing stuff in it. So we don't want to breathe it in here. Remember, we're here 24 hours. So what this does is it sucks it right up when it starts and takes it right outside. If you look up there, there's a track. And as that truck rides out, the little suction on the tailpipe lets go. So that the fire engine that was here, you can see is now gone. And they don't have to worry about disconnecting it or anything. It will just, when it hits the end of that track, it just turns, it just lets go, and the truck takes off. Let's see. We'll go see the turnout gear. How about that? All right, so we'll come on back here. We also have a smaller boat. If we can do something quickly, it also works well for our divers. You can see some of our diver suit, and it says driver on that one. This is just for a small, quick little thing. The bigger boat is for when the weather is really rough, because obviously this would not be the boat to take out there. In here, this is just all of our turnout gear for our firefighters. If you see it hanging in here, they're not working today. It is that simple. If they're working, it'll be hanging on by the trucks. So they're ready to go. They can just hop in and go. And we got one heading out now. That's about it. What you just went through is station 15. Unfortunately, our fire engine was out on a call. Our ambulance was out on a call. And you just saw right now the heavy rescue just went out on a call. But that's what goes on down here. This is the main station. This is where all the administration takes place. And it is the busiest fire station in the city as well. So I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I look forward to the time when you can come on back and come check it out for yourself. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you very much.